Everyone, it is day 2 of 12 days of holiday Canva tutorials. And today I'm going to make this one really beginner friendly. The one we did yesterday was a little more complex. Today, we're going to straight up do a Christmas graphic that you can use for lots of purposes. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. So we're going to make a holiday Instagram graphic, and we're going to use the kind of elements that I use in my emails, branding this whole 12 days of Instagram thing. And, or 12 days of Canva tutorials thing. Sorry about that. So the very first thing we're going to do, like always, is brand this with our brand colors. So I'm going to select the background and I am going to turn it to one of my brand colors. Okay, that background is going to be the first layer of our graphic. And now I want to show you some kind of cool things that you can do with Canva text that actually very recently were released. I think it was in the late summer. So let's do, I'm going to just take a generic font and say 12 days of Pilates exercises. Now on its own, that's not particularly exciting or fun or anything. It's just plain text, and you can always change the font to something more striking or more fun, or your brand font would be terrific. If I do that, you want to make sure that it's very easy to read for your audience. And I'm sorry, but as usual, I'm making a video, so the dogs have decided to bark. So one of the things that Canva released just this summer was some text effects. So I have my text box selected. I'm going to click on effects. And the most recent one that they added was this curve. Now, previously I knew how to do this in PowerPoint, but I couldn't do it in Canva without making each letter separately and trying to make them look good together, which never really turned out. So it defaults to a whole half of a circle. But you can edit this. If you go down to this curve on the left, you can edit that to be less, or actually even all the way, almost a whole circle. So I want just a gentle arc. So see how easy? So we're going to just leave that for our header. And then I think we need some Santa graphics. So let's go to photos and do a Santa, and spell it right, Santa and his sleigh. And now you see there are lots of options, and you have to look beyond the background, okay? So this big white box, there's white backgrounds, there's this sleigh down here with blue backgrounds. You choose which graphic you want and don't base that on the background, because you can always change that. So I'm going to select this Santa right here at the top, because this is the one I had used in this graphic. So I'm going to just click on it, put it into my design. And then we'll use one of my other pieces of favorite functionality. And I know you hear me say it every single day, but this actually makes such a huge difference in your graphics. So go to effects and then go to background remover. And then go do, 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 do. And it worked. Now you see it there. You can make it bigger or smaller, and you can even change, you can use the rotate tool to kind of change the way they're going. And now that sort of completes a little oval there. I think that's kind of pretty, except for I'm going to move it down a little. Now, two more things. To complete this graphic, you want to add some sort of frame to it, you know, so it's not just a plain background. So we're going to go to Elements, and I'm going to type. Now, the simplest way to do this, I'll show you this first, and then we'll holiday it up. The simplest way is to go to Shapes, do See All, and choose this blank square. Click on it, move it over, and size it to your graphic. And immediately when you do that, although I made mine too big, immediately when you do that, the graphic becomes more finished looking because it has a frame. So we could change that color to be like the red in Santa's outfit. And we would have yet a different one, or I could add my logo and make the frame a color of that's in my logo. However, for this one, we want to go a little more holiday. So I'm going to just delete that square. Just wanted you to know how to do that because it makes a ton of difference in your graphics. And I'm going to go to the Elements again, and I'm going to search for Christmas border. And you see that there are a lot of them. And you have to look at both the shape of them and the colors, the items that you want. Some of these elements will have colors involved that you can change. So in that case, you know, you could brand it up or holiday it up with colors that you've used in decorating your studio. I don't see the one I used before, but we will find it. If you want to use, say, these little Christmas balls, I could put those at the top of my graphic. Now, clearly, they don't go all the way across my graphic. If I size it so that they do, they become very big and a little obnoxious, in my humble opinion. So I go back, I put them back to that same size, and then we're just going to hook some more graphics to them by doing copy and paste. So you just copy it, paste it, move it over. And if you zoom in a little more than I am right now, you'll be able to hook it up exactly on the little rope. There it is. And I can move it over just a tiny bit. Okay, now I'm going to get another one to go the rest of the way. This is actually one of those graphics that comes with colors. So you see up in the top, I have a blue, or maybe black, and red and white. So if I change one of these to lighter colors, like perhaps silver, and I'm going to change, and you see that it changed in that one that I did it, and now I don't like it. So I'm going to change it back, and I might make that one of my brand colors. I'll just go back and make that a little teal color. And if you didn't want the red ones, you could switch those out as well. So I'm going to go over here, take the teal color again. Now I'm going to select the first one and get the teal color in there. And you can see that I did not do that right on this one. And there you go. You can make them all green. I kind of like that. So there we go. Now, what's missing? Well, I didn't put a border around the whole thing, but I think that's okay in this case. The one thing I would suggest you do often, if not 100% of the time, is put your website on your designs. So we'll go back to text. We'll just get a little font and I'll put my website on here. I'm gonna move this to the bottom of the screen. And there you go. Finished graphic. Much easier than yesterday. Wait, I need to, oh, I made it bigger instead of smaller so you can see it. There you go. So there, one simple graphic. You could do a Pilates exercise a day. You could use this as a thumbnail on YouTube videos. You could do 12 days of Pilates gifts and put, make the Santa smaller. And then actually choose a Pilates prop. And let me find one. And I'll put it in there so you can see how it looked. And now you see why my videos always take a little longer than I think they should, because I'm forever adding new ideas to each one. Okay, I'm not finding any props. I wonder. How about a TheraBand? Here's a TheraBand. Once again, I would take the background off of this, go to Effects and Background Remover. Everyone loves a TheraBand, and you could just label it and put it on there. It's as easy as that. This background remover will tie everything together in your graphics. So have a great day, and that is your day 2 tutorial.